It's Week 4 of the National Football League. And this one features the Saints' speedy running back. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Here we go.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And he's got his man on the out route. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
That throw by Young incomplete. When you look at the Saints' defense, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To the air once more, Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now he's free to midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's another first down, a big gainer there, 33 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
His throw incomplete. Second and 10. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second down, Young. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking to throw. Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll throw again. Young. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ballgame, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Young on 3rd and 2. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up real.
Touchdown! Najee Harris with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Julian Waddle, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are once again back in front.
To me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Hands it off out of the gun. And this one also slow in developing, as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the interception, Young. And this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Manning. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
The throw over the middle taken in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2nd down and 4. Now Young. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And just shedding him off there. Look at the big fella go. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
In motion left goes a tight end. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll try and run for it. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. On the delay, here's Harris. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run again with Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's Jake Bailey now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now the Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given
play of the drive, give him 14. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. They'll run here on third and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Desmond Ridder leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. C.J. Stroud, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Good push up front and then running between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 more there and another first down. they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. Down to about the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Ready? To throw, Young. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing, Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
44 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Bryce Young and the Panthers offense set to go back to work.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Yellow.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They hand this off to Harris. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Young from the shotgun. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 3rd and 1, here's Young.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty
to 17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
He used the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He finds his man, complete. It's Collier. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Look at the juke. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Young will set to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
And Young's throw there incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2nd and 14.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. That's Collier. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
There it is, 4th and inches.
They'll try and run for it. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So they only needed a couple of feet there on fourth down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? Fourth and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for New Orleans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the